What is up, everyone, and welcome to The Writers' Room. I'm your host, Alyssa Brandon, and if you've never heard of The Writers' Room before, it's just a show where we like to bring in a couple guests, a couple students within SMSC, and get their story, kind of get what's going on behind the scenes in journalism. So today we have a jam-packed show for you. We have 4 guests, as we do every single week, and I'll go ahead and get right into it. Our first guest is Shay Falconer. Shay, we actually know each other. We've been doing things with each other for a while, but for everyone who doesn't really know you, kind of tell me a little bit about yourself and how you got involved with SMSC.
That's a loaded question.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I can talk about myself for depending on the subject.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm a senior. I'm an MMJ senior. I came to OSU as a transfer. What's funny is I historically come from an OU family, so coming to OSU is a little tension. There's still some tension there.
Did that upset your family a little bit?
Surprisingly, no. Because
okay, so they're nice.
Okay, so this is gonna sound kind of rude, but my two older cousins were actually the first traders.
Oh,
so
okay.
One went to A&M, which is completely out of the question.
So out of whack.
And my second oldest cousin actually came here, and she's still here for nursing. So
Okay.
I wasn't in too much trouble.
Right.
But I still get on the butt end of joke stuff, so it can be interesting.
Right.
But yeah, I came in here as a sophomore. I did my first year of college at my community college. It's just Collin College because I'm from Allen, Texas, so some people may know that name, some people may not.
Right.
I usually just say Dallas.
Just one of those towns by Frisco.
Basically.
Yeah.
You always say Dallas. It's at least 30 minutes away.
It's where in Dallas?
Yeah, literally. I ask that question to people all the time.
Yeah.
But I started out as, I think, a sports management major. No clue what I was doing with that, what I was going to do with it. So when I came here, I was looking through the list of majors, and I was just like, you know what? I'm good at writing. Journalism seems fine. I'll figure out something to do. So I decided to go MMJ instead of sports media because I felt that MMJ had more routes to go career-wise. And honestly, I still kind of feel that way. So it was interesting, and I wasn't really interested in it much until one of my classes, it was fundamentals of journalism. One day we had a newscaster come in and talk to us. I can't remember his name, but he showed us a video of what he did, and I was like, you know what? This is speaking to me. A light bulb went off in my head. I was like, this is what I want to do.
Amazing. Yeah. And that's so interesting to know that it wasn't something that you'd always planned to do, but it just ended up piquing your interest. What do you think about, because I think a lot of people don't know, what do you think about the world of MMJ, journalism, news? What about that inspires you? Is it the storytelling? Is there a certain issue you're passionate about talking about?
Initially, I always thought I was going to go into the world of politics, so it kind of plays into journalism in a way. I think the aspect of journalism that really speaks to me is the storytelling, because I believe there's a lot of people out there that have stories and have things that they've gone through, and they just stay in the dark, and so many people go unheard. And journalism really is one of those things that you can shine a bright light in dark spaces if you do your job correctly. And I think, especially now, journalism is so important in a world where people have less media literacy and there's so much confusion and false things being published. Journalism really is a very important role, and it has been for decades. And I think when we get the right people into journalism, I think it can make the world of a difference. So it's just one of those things that people don't realize how important it is until the core of it is gone.
Yeah, that is so true. And then kind of dipping your toe into journalism, what have you been able to do as a journalist in college so far? I mean, I know we get to share the desk together sometimes, or I get to be in the sports corner, but what else have you kind of gotten to do with that?
I'm going to be honest, I haven't done a whole lot.
That is a lot. That is a lot.
Well, anything outside of what we do in the Daily-O.
Right.
I started out with sports, and I realized it was just it wasn't that fun to me because I would do a pre-recorded segment once a week, and I was like, I want to do something more.
Right.
So I auditioned for a news desk spot for our Daily-O, and I have been doing that for 2 years now. I think this is my third year. I always get confused because
I do too.
It was the second semester.
Blend together.
Yeah,
they really
time
do.
is a concept for me now. It's just days. But I've gotten to do that. I think the other thing that really highlights for me is, or sticks out, is I got to sit down and interview Holly Rowe one-on-one, and that was amazing. We cried because I shared a story with her, and we cried and we hugged, and it was amazing.
Yeah.
Because she's somebody I really look up to because I am a huge softball fan.
Oh, yes.
So I've gotten to speak with Coach Gajewski as well, and that was really cool. But those are really the highlights that stick out to me.
Well, you're very talented, and you're talented at multiple things, so I really appreciate that about you. One last thing before you go, what is your ideal career? What's your ideal job when you're graduating from college? I know that's the favorite question everyone asks.
Well, okay. When I tell people, they kind of laugh at me because it's not something that you would really suspect by me just talking to you.
Right.
I have two options that I'd like to go. Either a news desk reporter, because obviously that's what I do every week and I love it. And I've gotten so much better at it. It's grown my confidence, my people skills, etc. But I'd also really like to go into the world of professional wrestling, which is so niche and I get mixed reactions all the time. But I think it would be really fun to do some behind the scenes work, writing, interviewing. I used to want to be in the ring and then I've hit my head too many times. So that's out of the question.
I love that about you, and that just shows again just how versatile you are, and I know you're going to have a great career. So thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. Well, we are going to have some more guests, but before that, we're going to hit a quick break here on The Writers' Room.
Got a computer issue? Meet AB Computers, Stillwater's trusted experts in computer repairs. We understand how important your devices are to you. That's why we offer fast turnaround times, so you're never disconnected for long.
Hello, my name is Roger Smith. I'm the owner of AB Computers here in Stillwater. I offer excellent services for repairs, upgrades, custom build of systems. I do Mac and PC repair. I've got best prices on pretty much everything you can look for.
We service all types of computers, from PCs and gaming rigs to tablets and everything in between. Whatever your tech needs, AB Computers is your one-stop solution. Whether it's a locked screen, a sluggish system, or any other tech trouble, AB Computers has you covered. Visit us at 211 North Perkins Road, Suite number 10, right next to Walmart. Our new location offers easy access and plenty of parking, making it more convenient than ever to get the expert help you need.
Ace in the Bowl Salsa started many, many years ago. I was trying to find a recipe to take to a family gathering, and so I started messing around with different recipes, and I took a little bit from here and a little bit from there, and I came up with a salsa that is truly unique. Ace in the Bowl Salsa is an olive oil-based salsa with tomatoes, green chilies, green onions, and black olives. There's no sugar added, it's gluten-free, low-calorie, low-carb, low-fat, low sodium. So it's a very, very, very good alternative to any snack you may want. As of right now, I'm just looking to be in Oklahoma and having a successful business within the state. If my grandkids could ever take it over when they're old enough, that would be my dream.
Welcome back to the Writers' Room, everyone, here on the Daily O Collegian. Now, we just got a chance to talk with Shay Faulkner. That was a great interview there with her. But we have our second guest here. It is Kyle Allen, who is a sports media student here at Oklahoma State. Kyle, we've gotten to know each other a little bit just in the past semester. I've seen you. You're just all over the place up here, up on the third floor. But for those of you that don't know, kind of what year are you in? What's your major? What are you involved with right now?
Yeah, so on campus involvement is a little bit weird, right? Mm-hmm. But like I'm a junior in sports media. Most of what I do works in the radio industry.
Right.
So here on campus, I do run a show, a podcast in KOSU on Fridays, but more often than not, I'm very involved with high school sports. As a commentator, as a broadcaster in radio, I do a lot of pregame shows and things like that. And then I write as well for different websites and things like that in the sports world. So I try to keep myself as busy as possible.
That sounds like you'd be pretty busy to me.
A little bit.
Just doing a couple of those things, I know how much they take up, how much time they take up. So do you get a free moment or
no,
what?
I'm very bad at saying no to people and to saying no to new things because I love it. I love what I do. I love the opportunities that I get. And so while I'm here, I want to take advantage of it. And so whatever that means as far as getting my name out or collaborating with people, because we have an incredible group of people here to collaborate with. And so I get excited when anybody wants me to be part of anything. And so if it means I sleep a little bit less, who cares? I can deal with that later.
Yeah. Well, that's awesome. And I really respect you for your work ethic. But I know you kind of have more of an unconventional story about how you came to college. Kind of tell us a little bit about that. Did you just came back to OSU this past year?
Yeah, this past January.
Okay.
I came back. So I'll put the secret out for anybody who doesn't know. I am very non-traditional. I'm 32. I've seen a lot of life in 32 years, and my story started as conventional as you can get. I turned 18. I moved to Stillwater, and Oklahoma State was always the place I wanted to be, and this was always what I wanted to do. Long story short, I wasn't ready.
Right.
There was a lot that went on in my personal life. There was a lot of things that derailed a lot of things, and eventually 2.5, 3 years in, like, my motivation was gone. I didn't need to be here anymore, and I didn't realize that at the time. I think sometimes God has to teach me really hard lessons because I'm really bad at listening. And when I left in 2014, I didn't think I'd ever come back. I thought that I was done. I thought that, whatever this was just not supposed to be here. And finally last year, it was kind of one of those, I didn't like where I was. I didn't like what I was doing, and just felt like I was wasting away, if I'm being honest. And so it was one of those, like, I've got to do something different. And I never left this town. I moved here and I never left. And so it was still here.
Right.
I had friends
OSU hasn't gone away.
No, yeah, it's gotten nothing but bigger since I started.
Like Gundy says, Oklahoma State will outlive you. It will be here when you're gone. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, and so I had some friends who worked for the university, and got to talk to them about how to get back and what to do and the avenues to come through. And so I'm back, and I have a new perspective on it that has really changed a lot for me.
Well, your story is super inspiring, and I appreciate you sharing that. Just last question here. What is next for Kyle Allen?
So after graduation, I want to go into commentary. I've been blessed enough to have been working in commentary in high school sports now. We start basketball season for high school basketball next week, and I'm excited for that. But I'm a baseball guy through and through. I would love to ultimately work in the booth, calling baseball games, wherever that leads, wherever that means. And I mean, I'm not going to pigeonhole myself into that. I'll call whatever you put in front of me. I was joking around with some people earlier about Turkish soccer. I don't know anything about it, but I'll learn if you need me to call it.
There you go, wherever the jobs are. And that's how this media industry seems to be. And it's really cool that you're able to just go to the next thing, to the next thing, to the next thing, and be so talented at all of it. So great job on that as well. And thank you for coming on the show.
Yeah, absolutely. Anytime you need me.
Of course. Okay. Well, that's all we have for Kyle Allen. We will be right back after this on the Writers' Room.
We would design something, it was set on the counter, and people was either, if enough of them said, this isn't it never made to the line. Dad was excited that they're all original. They were all designed on Mom's kitchen table, and it gets in your blood after a while.
We're very happy that Pamela and Michael have taken over the business and kept the family going.
We took the business over in 2017. When we found that it was available, we wanted to keep the legacy of family alive, but it was also incredible products that deserved to be a part of Made in Oklahoma's story. We were a part of Made in Oklahoma years ago, and so it kind of grew as Made in Oklahoma grew.
Oklahoma is ingrained into everything that we did. We've been here most of our life. That's what we entailed our whole business on, was the Oklahoma homegrown feeling.
Deep Fork Foods started in 2014. We started off with our nut products, and now we produce everything from jarred products to cookie mixes and pancake mixes and dried products for people, as well as our spice blends. Now we produce over 168 different products for ourselves and about 20 to 30 other companies in Oklahoma.
I'm Cindy Stewart. I'm one of the owners of Deep Fork Foods. We've gone from just making our own stuff and doing just small things to being able to co-pack and work with other companies and individuals within Oklahoma and across the United States as well.
I'm just really thankful for the journey that we've had so far, and really look forward to the future where we're taking Deep Fork Foods and being able to provide more value for Oklahoma and its economy, as well as all the people within the state.
I love the opportunities that being in a food business provides. I absolutely love sharing food and good stories with people, so this just gives us another connection. And I can't wait to see where this path takes us with it.
Welcome back to the Writers' Room. Alyssa Brandon here with you, and we have another guest. We'd like to get into another segment that we call What's Trending Around in Stillwater and OSU, and what other way to do it other than a fashion merchandising major. Samantha Williams is here with us. Thank you so much for being on here.
Oh my gosh, thank you for inviting me. I love your outfit, by the way. Like,
oh my gosh,
as a fashion major,
girl,
I have to say it.
I might be needing to get some advice from you because
you don't need it.
I be shopping at TJ Maxx, and I'm like, I don't know what to pick up.
You don't need it. It looks great. It looks great.
Well, that's awesome. Thank you. And I trust your fashion advice. Just want to start it off by telling us what kind of got you interested in fashion. Is it something that you've always been interested in, or did it kind of pique your interest as you were going into college?
I truly owe it all to my dad. Like, he is such like a fashionista through and through. And growing up, I knew I always wanted to be a fashion. My mom put me in like little shows. I wanted to be a model, like everything that had to do with it. It was like my language, my world. And so when I first got here, I was just so amazed on how like beautiful the program is and how like I live, breathe, and sleep like in the Nancy building. And it's just so great. And my dad always tells me to keep going. Like, you have this for a reason. You knew this since the start, like of day one, like you have passion. So I always really stick that with me when I'm going along, and knowing that, like, you know what, one day we'll be there in the big world.
Absolutely. I totally believe too, whatever you're passionate in, if you stick with it, that is where your gifts are. You're gonna find a job and a career in that. So I totally believe that too. How would you describe yourself? Like, how would you describe your own fashion? I mean, you have a great outfit on already, but I would like to know more.
I have so many different personalities when it comes to fashion. One day I'm classy, one day I'm like Ralph Lauren, one day I'm like streetwear. It really just depends, and that's why I love it so much. It's so versatile. It's like a whole new language, and it's like you just can't even describe it. I pick an outfit different days, my different personalities, and my boyfriend's always like, oh, like what's the personality for the day? I'm like, I don't know, I'm feeling like classy Chanel today, but who knows, tomorrow I'll be like wearing Dolce & Gabbana and like maximizing my jewelry and everything.
There you go. So bougie.
I know. Like, I'm like, okay, I'll be bougie today. Okay. Why not?
Yes. Well, what kind of, bring me inside to like the fashion school. I mean, from an outsider, it seems like, okay, maybe y'all would be like designing things on your own, trying to put things together. What kind of do your assignments look like? Because I'm kind of curious about that.
There's so many different assignments. Me personally, I'm merchandising, so it's very different between design and merchandising. For example, we have the Euphoria fashion show, which they take every senior and they make at least 7 pieces. And then juniors will make 3 pieces and sophomores will get to be featured in as well. So that's really great. It's really stressful, but it just shows you how hard you're willing to work on it. But on the merchandising side, we have the Mod Muse magazine. It's a student-run magazine, and anyone can join. Like, it's not just for like fashion majors. Like, don't think it's like a cool girl club. Like, it's for everybody. But it's just so cool to see everyone put in their work in each part. There's photography, there's writing, production, styling, and marketing. And once you see it all come together, it makes such a beautiful piece. We just released our November issue, and you really see everyone's style and how like they put their part in it. And it's just so beautiful. It's so beautiful to see like every single one just
come together,
just sprout.
And is it a monthly magazine? Do y'all do this every month?
Yes, it's like every 2 months.
Oh, okay.
Every 2 months, yeah. Okay. So please tune in.
If it's every 2 months, how much work does that take, and is it like a really quick turnaround when you have to try and keep thinking of the next idea? Yes,
definitely. We just released our November issue, and we already have another theme coming up. So I sadly cannot say, but tune in. Okay. But we have a schedule. So it's just like right after the next issue coming out, what's next? What's the next dates? Like, when is the issue coming out? What are ideas? So we're constantly on a flowing route. It's never stopping. Like, we get like a 1-week break to produce and just market the magazine. The next week it's like, okay, back to the drawing board. What's next? Like, and it's just so fun because like gives you a rush of like, what's the next big idea?
Yes, I totally get that. You're a senior. This is your last semester. Where do you see yourself going after this semester? And then what's kind of just like the dream to go from here?
Oh my goodness, the dream is New York. New York, Paris, France, everything you can dream of. But I mainly want to be a creative director. Just for any brand, mainly Dolce & Gabbana, just controlling behind the scenes, controlling the sets, like working with the designers and making their dream come to life. So working together, building the sets, getting the models, just everything like that. Like, business-wise, it's my passion. passion. I just love running things. Not saying like running like, oh, do this, do that.
No, but
it's
you seem to be like a good person that works behind the scenes
Yes.
and seeks to put others' passions like before
Yes.
themselves and have a great show on for everyone, just for all the hard work that everyone's put through.
Yes.
So I totally see that.
Yeah, I just love being behind the camera. Not in
Yes,
front of
yes.
the camera. Like
You know what,
everything you
some-
see, I took that.
No,
I took
yeah,
that.
yeah. It's such a battle. Do you want to be in front,
yes,
behind?
yes,
Well,
yes.
thank you so much for coming on. It was so interesting to learn all
thank
about
you
your
so
major and just
much.
what you're doing. You're just so awesome. So I appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Of
Thank you. Thank you
course.
for inviting me. I really
Of
enjoyed it.
course. All right. Well, that is all we have right now, and we will be back for one last final segment. You will not want to miss this last guest we have here on the Writers' Room.
My name's Dennis Abernathy. Lived here since 1968, and I consider myself one of Stillwater's oldest original family jewelers. Here at Dennis the Jeweler, we're more about personal service. My father always told me that anybody can sell the jewelry, and what we're doing is completely different, learning to do the repair work. That is one thing that will keep your business alive, because anybody can sell it, but not anybody can fix it. To me, jewelry is very, very personal. Every piece of jewelry has its own story, and I get to hear hundreds of stories from my clients, which I love to hear. There's always a story with it. I mean, you buy a piece of jewelry for a show of appreciation, a sign of love. There are a lot of different aspects for jewelry when you purchase it.
Are when folks drink our water is that they'll drink it for a few days and find out the difference. They'll start feeling better because there's been no chemical in our water. There's a list of good things that we have. We don't have any bad things in it. I see the future of Divine Water as being worldwide, which will bring outside dollars into the state. It means a lot to me because I started it, I guess, and our family started it.
So you can ask me that.
Okay, I'll ask you about that. Welcome back to the Writers' Room. We have our last guest here, and if y'all have seen the behind the work here, we have been waiting and begging and trying to get this man on camera. It is our very own professor of this whole entire project of the semester. It is Max Andrews. Max, thanks for being with us.
Thank you, Alyssa. You should be saying what? Welcome into what? The Big Game Show, right?
Oh, yes.
Or
You know, actually, I had to double check myself when we were first doing the intro to try and get off that, but because you've been the great producer behind the Big Game Show, all of these things.
Now wait a minute. This class is the one who has produced everything.
Right.
I just stand back and kind of orchestrate things.
Right. Well, you're a great orchestrator.
Yeah. Thank you.
Kind of tell me about, we've obviously heard of some of your experiences before, but you've been a producer, you've worked with the Golf Channel, but what are kind of the highlights you would say of your career?
Well, I've been very fortunate. I mean, I started in the media business was 18 years old. I was managing my first television station at 29. So I was fortunate to have a mentor, and I suggest everybody find a mentor, find someone who can push you. And, from managing a small television station to going to a large market like Austin, Texas, was a big jump for me. But my first dream, my first goal was to build my own television station, and I did that when I was 35 years old. It's still operating, and it's a Fox affiliate in Wichita Falls, Texas. It was an independent station when I built it, but now with the NFL running on Fox, it's worth a lot of money.
Right, yeah.
But besides that, I mean, I've had a career of management and being in the broadcasting industry for a long time, but that includes production, which is kind of where my soft spot is, I think.
Yes, and we know, if y'all didn't know too, Max's middle name is pre-production, because we
right.
always talk about that, and that's
Got to be
really
ready,
important.
yeah. And everybody's ready today. We had a good start to the show.
Yeah, I believe we did. Addison and Gabrielle Morris did a great job today. Yeah. More about production though, if you had to kind of tell anyone looking to get into production what they really need to know to be successful in production, what would kind of your advice be there?
Well, I'm kind of a perfectionist, right? And perfectionist, you never reach it. Right. But I love excellence, and so I always strive for excellence. I produce for several different major networks, ESPN, the Discovery Channel, the Golf Channel, for example. And I work for some really famous magazines like Golf Magazine and Golf Week Magazine. And I always strive to really put out a really good product. And I challenge all my students because I not only teach one of the first courses you have when you come to our school, but I get you as seniors as well. And we talk about this class, live production class. Everybody needs to take live production. That's what TV is about today.
Yeah.
But I also teach a documentary class, which is even probably a little bit more difficult just because there's a tremendous amount of pre-production that goes into documentary work.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to put you on the spot here, but we've had a great class this year,
We
live
have,
production.
and thank you for all the support because I haven't had to do a whole bunch. I'm just like in the background, pushing. But you all have taken some responsibility too. And when I talk about that click, when all of a sudden the class comes together, right?
Yes.
You work as a team and then you perform. That excites me.
Yeah. Well, speaking of the live production class, what's your favorite part about teaching this class every fall semester that you have?
I just, like I said, just seeing people get it. I even, in my digital media class, when a student turns in a really good project, I'm like, wow, he learned something or they learned something. And that's important to me. It's all about the students. I'm also the director of student media, which means that I'm part of the Ocali TV, Ocali Creative. And when those students put out a newspaper or put out a newscast every day, that's important to me that they do good work.
Well,
they strive for excellence. That's what I suggest that they do.
Well, you have your imprint, I would say, on everything here up at the Ocali with Ocali TV. I mean, it's just amazing to see all the things you do. And it's been a really absolute joy being your student and being in your classes. So because of that, we have a little surprise for you. Let me get underneath my chair here. Our lovely producers, Addison and Gabrielle, helped us put this together, but we have a gift for you. It's just a little picture and a little just token of our appreciation for being such a great teacher for all of us. So.
Well, that's very nice. Let me show this off. This is pretty cool. But I have to turn it back to you guys because I think the highlight of this semester was the Friday night walk around. First time ever we've been able to pull that off. And I'm proud of that.
I'm extremely proud of it too. I think this was. I don't know if this is your last year, but I think it's a one of the good last classes to go on, if you might say that.
Well, thank you very much.
Of course. Well, thank you,
and
Max.
thank everybody for this. This is great.
Yes. Hopefully you can put it up on your desk or something.
I will.
Hanging in your office. Yeah. All right. Well, that is our show, guys, ladies and gentlemen. We've had 4 guests. We've seen the story behind the story. We've talked sports. We've talked what's trending. And, of course, just appreciating our professor, Max Andrews. This will be our last show of the semester, so we'll have to see you next fall here in the live production class in Writer's Room. But that's all we have right now. We'll see you later, guys.
Pecans are staple to Oklahoma. In fact, many of our native pecans come from trees that are older than Oklahoma statehood.
My father's the one that got us started into the pecan picking. I was probably 10 or 12 years old, and we started off with one little mechanical picker that you pulled behind a four-wheeler. Then we'd go home at night and we'd clean them on a TV tray. I guess watching my dad work hard when we were young and people started trusting him and getting more and more groves, we just kept growing.
Being a relatively new and fresh company, we get to sit in the same room with people who have been a part of the Oklahoma economy for decades.
It's opened a lot of doors. It's gave us quite a bit of exposure, and I think people, will take a small company like us a little more serious. We're just going to continue growing as long as our community lets us and our customers keep on buying, and we'll see where it takes us.
Are when folks drink our water is that they'll drink it for a few days and find out the difference. They'll start feeling better because there's been no chemical in our water. There's a list of good things that we have. We don't have any bad things in it. I see the future of Divine Water as being worldwide, which will bring outside dollars into the state. It means a lot to me because I started it, I guess, and our family started it.